the neighborhood photographer, reflex image, and in this video I'll be showing you how to do this artistic manipulation, and to make it look real.
So in case you're interested in getting any of my picture editing file, from my overlays down to my color lookup, which is my LUT file, so you just have to scroll down to your video. So under the comment, this is my description. So it's not going to load the description for you. You just have to click on show more, click on it. So it's going to show all the options. Once it does that, just click on my store link. So here's my store link. Once you click on it, it's going to take you directly to my store. So you can actually select any file you want. From the color lookup, this is a light skin LUT. This is a feather which I use in my recent video. This is 100 premium baby overlays. This is my first video course. This video course entails on how to download all the files I want. The site I use in downloading all my files free of charge, including my Photoshop panels also. This includes my PNG files. This includes all my packs, all my picture editing files, my premium overlay, my PNG, my flying fabrics, my color lookup, my presets. So once you buy this, you've already bought everything apart from this one. So here is my flying fabrics. Here is my, in case you want to give me any project for me to work on. Here's my color lookup. Here is my background overlay, and here is my presets file. So in case you're interested in buying any one, you can actually go for them. The good news there is that you can actually buy your own currency, any currency of your choice. You can buy with any currency of your choice.
So in my previous video I told you guys that not every picture needs extreme manipulations. So only pictures that are kind of artistic, that don't look normal, that don't look usual, so that's when you can decide to go ahead and do extreme manipulation. Example is the picture like this one we're using right now. This doesn't look like a normal picture. We are trying to recreate something, especially with the outfit she's tying, and this is an actual fabric. We the one that tied it ourselves, so we're try to create something extraordinary out of it, and we actually got a nice result. So here's what the background looked like before. Not even this way, it's kind of worse than this because I'm using a very short backdrop. So this is what the backdrop looked like before. This is what our backdrop looked like before, and here's how they come. This is the brightness of the picture and everything. So I've already done some basic adjustments on my camera. So if you want to know how to do that, there are other videos on my channel. I don't want to waste your time, that's why I do skip some procedure in some videos. But there are some that I do drop the video 100% from A to Z without leaving anything behind. So if you want to learn how to do all that, I will drop a link in my description, so you can just go and watch them there. But in this video we're going to be achieving these results with that picture. So with no further ado, now let's jump into action. I know you guys will be complaining that for the past 3-4 days I don't even use my PNG files again. I do sell them. You guys might be complaining that why I'm no longer using the PNG file. It's not that I don't want to use them, but there are times that I don't need to use them for some certain type of manipulation. So not all manipulation need PNG files. There are some that needs it, there are some that does not need it. So to make your picture look more realistic enough, and that's the issue most of you guys are having, especially the ones that are not yet good with manipulation. It tends to bring in everything they see into Photoshop, and which is very, very bad. So at least just a file or two is okay to make your picture look nice. Even sometimes at all, no file at all is okay. Just have to bring in your overlay, color grade your picture, then you call it a day. The reason we are manipulating our picture is because we don't have the money to afford all the gadgets, or it's not easy to move along. So we do tend to manipulate them to get the same actual result you're supposed to get if you are to buy them. So now let me start my manipulation. Don't pay attention to this layer here. This is just a sample of everything I've created so far. So I'm going to turn it off. We are starting from this background layer now. The first thing is for me to duplicate it by clicking on Ctrl J. But for you to get to this step, make sure you've already done your background extension, you have retucked your picture. So you can now follow me from this step now. So duplicate your background layer now. After doing that, you have to select your subject. Select your model out of the background, which I've actually done, and I've saved the selection. I just have to go to my select. Under select, I'll load selection, then I'm going to load it out. I'll click on my OK. So this is supposed to take me about 4 to 5 minutes to crop it out, but since I'm done with the picture before, so I went ahead and saved the selection so I can just actually come back here and play it whenever I need it again. So that being said, right now my selection is now okay, it's perfect. I don't need anything, I don't need to do anything there again. The next thing I'll be doing right now is to create a mask on it. So you can see, you might not know what you just did right now, but if you have to turn off your background layer, you will notice that if you actually remove your model from the background. So turn it back on now. Now go back to your background layer again and duplicate it once by clicking on Ctrl J. After doing that, hold your Ctrl key down. The first one we actually did, which is the background copy, where we remove our model from the background. Hold down your Ctrl and click on the marks. It's going to return the selection back for you. Then this time around, still go to select, under select, go to modify, then expand. You're going to be expanding by 8 pixels. So once you're done with that, you have to click on your OK. After that, I'm going to click on delete, then Ctrl D to deselect. So after that, you go to your filter, under filter you go to blur, then you click on your Gaussian blur, then increase to whatever radius you want. I think 49 is okay for me by now. For now, I just have to click on my OK. My picture is looking all that nice now, but the issue I'm facing right now is number one, my footer shadow is no longer there. Number two, the color is not that unanimous. It's kind of giving me a bad vibe, which I don't like. What I will do right now is that I'm going to create a mask on the place I just blurred out. I'll create a mask on it, then I'm going to pick my brush, which is right over here, or click on B. Then change your brush color to black. Make sure it's 100% opacity. Then you scroll over the area where the footer shadow are. So scrolling over that area now is going to return the shadow back to its initial place, which will make our manipulation look more nice. So that being said, right now let's balance the background color. So let me click on the background layer. I want to sample the color from the background layer. Once I click on it, I just have to double click on this panel over here. Then I'm going to pick my color picker, then sample which color I want to fill the background with. I think this color is okay. I just have to click on my OK. Then I'll click on the layer directly below my model layer. Use my model layer over here. Okay, let's name it model layer. Model. So I'll click on the layer directly below it. Then I'm going to create an empty new layer there. Once I create it, I just have to go to my gradients and make sure it's on the first selection, and open here, make sure it's on this other selection over here. Click on your OK. Then you scroll down. So you can see it's going to balance the color up for you. Look at how cool it is right now. But the issue I'm having right now, it's not giving me a light concentration on the background, which I don't like. So I'm going to make amendment to that. I'll just have to click on my Eclipse Marquee tool. I'll hold down my shift key, then drag around my model this way. After that, I'll go to my adjustment layer. I'll click on my curves, then I'll drag my curves up, click on the marks. I'm going to increase the feather. As you can see, here's the before and after of that, before and after. So that being said, now if you are not doing an extreme manipulation, you can start your color grading from here, export your picture and call it a day. But as for we, this way is our work begins. So go to our file manager, go to where my overlays are, search for it, my overlay. So I'll look for the one I'll be making use of in this video. Let me see. I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. Let me check my other folder. So let me see if it is there. Let me see if it is there. If it's not here, I'll use something else. Okay, I think this is it right here. Just have to drag it down to my Photoshop. Drag it down this way. As you can see, I'm going to expand it to make sure it feels where I want it to be. I'll expand it. I think it's okay around this way. After that, I'll change the blend mode from normal. I'll change it down to soft lights. But the issue I'm having right now is it also came with its own color, which I don't like. Now I just have to click on my Ctrl U. Then I'll drag the saturation down. The lightness I'll also bring it down a little bit. I'll click on my OK. So that being said, now I can start bringing in my PNG file, but I won't do that now. But there's still something I want to do. I don't like the color of the backdrop. It's similar to my model's color. So I'll just go back to the adjustment layer again. This time around, I'm clicking on my hue and saturation. So under my hue, I'm going to drag it to the side a little bit, just to change the color for me. Then the saturation, I'll bring it down a little bit. I think around this way is okay. So actually change the background color. Still looking all that nice, and the shadow is still there. It's looking realistic enough. So I can now go to my file manager now and bring in my PNG file, my flower vase, to beautify everything, so that you won't even tell if the picture is manipulated or it's just actually taken that way. So let's go back to my file manager and look for my PNG files. So let me see if it is here. It's not here. Let me check. Let me see. Still searching. I don't know the actual number, so that's why I'm just going one after the other to see if I can see it here. So these are just parts of my PNG collection. I still have others. This is a new PC, that's why I don't have them here. So let me keep scrolling if I can see it here. Wow, this is it right there. So I just click on it, just have to drag it down to my Photoshop this way. Then I'm going to adjust the size and place it wherever location I want it to be. I think it's okay around this way. Okay, I'll click on my OK. After that, I'm going to bring in my flower vase to cover up this side, because it does not come with its own shadow. So I'll bring in a flower vase to cover that up. Go back to my file manager again. Then where's my flower vase? This is right over here. Drag it to my Photoshop, as you can see. I'll adjust it. But the flower vase, I want it to be above my model, not at the back of my model. So I'll click on my OK. And here's my model layer over here. So I'm going to drag it to the top of it, as you can see. Ctrl T for free transform. I'm going to readjust the size, and I'll drop it around this area. Click on my OK. Look at how nice it is. So at the reflection over here, I'm going to clean up the reflection a little bit by creating a mask on it. Then I'll pick my gradient tool, make sure I'm clicking on my marks. Then I'm going to scroll over here this way. We're going to clean the reflection for me a little bit. After being said, I'm going to duplicate it by clicking on Ctrl J, then Ctrl T. Then I'll drag it to this other side also to make sure it's 2 in number, as you can see right now. Click on my OK. Look at how nice it is. Nice and very real. Some might not even tell the difference. So we are just done with the manipulation. The next thing is for we to start our color grading. So as you all know, my first step in color grading is to pick my clicker marquee tool to create a vintage. Hold down my shift key, circle around my model this way. Then I'm going to invert the selection by clicking on Ctrl Shift and I. After that, go to my color adjustment layer. Then I'm going to click on my solid color, fill it 100% black. Click on the max. Then I'm going to increase the feather. After that, I'll reduce the opacity, bring it down to, I think 17 is okay. So I can now start using my LOT, my Mela chocolate and stuff. Then we'll call it a day. So let me use my Mela chocolate and round it up here. Color lookup, load 3D LOTs, then Mela chocolate. Where is my Mela chocolate? Click on it and boom. Automatically it's going to create a low light image for us. If it's too much, bring down the opacity, bring it down, click on your OK. So I think we've actually done what we promised to do here. If not that much, it's very similar. So if you're interested in getting all the files I use in this picture, they are available for sale in my store. So that's about today's tutorial, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification icon. If you have any question, you can contact me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Don't forget to share with your friends. Someone might be in need of this. See you guys in my next tutorial. One love.